Welcome everyone! We are the Grin Brothers, and we're continuing our playthrough of A Hat in Time. And by continuing, I mean probably finishing it. Also, wait, look at the portraits on the wall. Okay, Moustache Girl, but I think... Moustache Girl?
I think they're all Moustache.
Okay, sorry, it's just... Wait, no, I'm pretty sure there was... Okay, Moustache Girl.
It's just repeat.
Okay, because there was... Someone had a funny little Tumblr post about how Moustache Girl claims the Hat Kid and her are no longer friends, and there's apparently a portrait somewhere in this place of Hat Kid, like a massive one.
Yeah, that sounds
basically,
right.
Moustache Girl is very tsundere.
For like 2 days straight that one time.
Oh wow, what a touching story. Just kidding. Bad guy, next!
The thing is, she's not wrong. They are bad guys.
Maybe she should have made it a bit easier. Also, right, can we just talk?
That's a very uncomfortable seat.
Nothing
made of hourglass.
interesting nearby. Apparently, Hat Kid does not consider Moustache Girl interesting.
Whilst I do
enough
think
to
there's
be
some
worth
vanity
her
here,
time.
that's just super uncomfortable. Oh wait, no, she's got a throne on. She's got this thing on.
You've been kinda a selfish little pest, but you haven't actually stood in my way. You get to go on. You're a good guy, I guess.
See, she's actually, when she deems someone as good, she's not actually punishing them.
Get to live.
So, like, for instance, Cooking Cat probably wouldn't get punished because Cat hasn't done anything wrong.
No, I feel like she'd find a way.
But she hasn't punished us. And we are very much an amoral character.
Don't you dare get anywhere near me. I don't think you quite understand who's in charge, little missy. You know, I was willing to forgive you. I once thought we were going to be best buds.
You stole our money.
Nope. You turned out to be rotten and selfish. Save the planet from bad guys. Psh, who needs that, am I right? Look at all I've done without you. I've
You set the
justice.
planet on fire.
Yeah, maybe that's the problem.
No more bad guys. Ever. I don't need
But your
you.
planet is... maybe you just need a new
I
planet.
don't need you.
You really need a new planet, because this planet is clearly some sort of hellscape. Even before the lava, it was a hellscape.
You are the bad guy, and I'll show you how this justice system deals
You're
with
dropping
bad
down that
guys.
little hole we saw.
Oh man, she's gonna throw fists.
She is.
Oh, with teleportation.
Yeah, she's a Dragon Ball Z character. Ow. Thank
Sorry.
you, game. Oh, literally unavoidable.
Oh, that's literally an M. Bison technique.
She just sucker punched me mid-air? I don't remember her being able to do that.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know how you meant to avoid that.
Well, but hey.
Oh, yeah.
Boo Kid did that! Oh, no, okay.
She can get lost. Moustache Girl is not welcome here. Mafia say get lost.
That's right, get lost! No one wants you here. Isn't that right, big lad?
Which, again, kind of sucks for the girl who's clearly got no one in her life. Also, you're the ones who make the reality terrible as it is, because you're all terrible people.
And they're just bullying her now.
You're building a small child. Yeah, she's got time powers, but she's only doing this because you are all terrible people.
Yeah, get loud!
To be fair, she has set the planet on fire.
Which is somehow is not as bad as what a lot of these people have done.
Well,
Everything. No more bad guys. Oh, why can't you see that I'm doing
I'm pretty
this
sure she's
for all
killing
of us?
the people.
Which isn't that much compared... Like, Snatcher literally steals people's souls.
And kills them, which is no different to what she's doing. Just with extra steps and paperwork. And conductor...
Look at all the literal hive of scum you've got backing you up, Hat Kid.
the way it should be.
Find these people. They're crooks, criminals, and you're helping them. This
Yes.
ends now.
Also, there's no, like... Oh, also, I'm here.
Well,
Oh, well, we're in a box.
We're in a void, yes.
Invisible barriers.
Yep.
Whoa! Oh, wow!
Yeah, I remember this. This...
Well, I'm doing amazing so far, and that's weird. Oh, you can... Wow, she might be the easiest boss. Oh, wow. I can't see.
Oh, yeah. How did that not hit me? I was literally... The camera pulled away.
No, we've done that several times. Hundreds of times.
You got it, lad. Let's give her something she can jab at, that little red nuisance, so she'll get lost. Let's roll.
What is that?
That's Mafia Ball.
Right into that
Oh.
red lass's ugly mug.
But the conductor's riding it instead of the Mafia boss.
Oh, gosh. Oh, now she's got a barrier?
She's got a shield.
Okay.
So I don't think we can hurt her now.
Oh, wow. I didn't expect to dodge that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
yeah.
all.
Let's sign a contract, make this girl get lost.
It's literally just a bunch of adults being like, this girl's being a nuisance.
Again, it's very hard to feel like we're doing anything good.
I love it so much.
Yeah, like, yes, I know what Moustache Girl is doing is extreme, but she's literally in a situation where the only way for her to change things is to literally use the power of time itself.
She's also a child who had her entire family.
Also, they did teleport me out only to teleport me into a laser beam.
Oh, I missed.
And you hit me with it.
Amazing.
Wait,
Oh no,
hit.
it did hit. It broke the barrier. And she's popped it back up. Like,
I'm gonna die here because you threw that into my face. I died.
how did that hit you? You were on the
You know, I've been doing incredible until now.
In my defense, you were not near that. You have to wait for ponds.
No, I don't. Not me. You have to wait for ponds.
I'm pretty sure you have to wait for ponds as well.
I have to wait for time.
I'm pretty sure I have to collect like 10 ponds to revive you or something. So I think you should revive him a bit anyway.
Oh.
Oh, when Mafia explode, Mafia drop pawns. This gives Mafia an idea.
Oh, so it's literally the Mafia who think of
This
this.
is my favourite part of the entire game.
Hat Girl need help to turn back time. If Mafia explode, little Hat Girl get useful pawns. Mafia has to explode to save her. What? Plan is crazy. Hello, Mafia. No worry. If little girl succeeds, Mafia come back.
They literally say, let's save the world with suicide.
But the thing is, they're not saving the world because they have to save the world from. Well, they kind of are because the thing to save the world is themselves because they're all terrible.
Those Mafia lads. So foolishly brave. Hey, what's the point of living?
You have very little standards for
What about
living.
your grandkids?
Alright,
They mean nothing to me compared to a train.
two of us are gonna help this little hot lass. Get ready for a mean punch. And you aim for my face. That's my weak spot. This angry red lass needs to get...
But this is what I mean, like DJ Grooves doesn't even speak. And I feel like he should have said something. But like, literally, the solution to the threat is mass suicide, and I can't get over that. It's literally like, we don't want someone to save us, let's just die.
And I'd be all alone. Bad guys, stop it!
No, you're the bad guy. Get lost!
No, really, you lot can't talk.
A hero.
That's also one of my favourite lines. Literally, it's behind. We don't want good people.
But
to
that's the
help
thing.
us."
There is no good people here. It's just Moustache Girl. There's this kind of
I kind of thought that would bring you back.
No, however.
Oh, there you go. Except you don't appear to have the Super Saiyan powers. Although, we are just constantly healing.
No, but no, that's the a thing though. In a world, if the bad guys win a world sort of thing, if they were in charge of the world, then technically the bad guy then is no longer the people who are the actual villains. It's whoever's the hero trying to stop their world, because they're the ones in charge now.
Yeah.
If effectively, a lot of what determines a villain is what is considered legal and not, but at that point...
Technically, none of them are in charge. There is no ruler.
Yeah, but but if a crime's suddenly made legal, does that suddenly make it right? Like, there's a moral perspective, but moral themselves are made up by people. Because, even in the animal kingdom, the cuckoo bird. The cuckoo bird is, when morally you think about it, a terrible thing, but it's perfectly normal in its nature to do so.
Also, none of these characters have morals.
Replacing the nest sort of thing.
Oh, that must have hurt. That was quicker than I remember.
Moustache Girl is literally only the bad guy because
everyone
else
is
a terrible
person. Yeah, it's hilarious.
My power! Oh, mine! Now I'll become the leader! This isn't a hand time, it's a bowing time!
It's kind of funny.
Also, that's only one.
If you can replay the game as Bow Kid once you beat it normally.
Really?
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure in all the cutscenes it replaces it with Hat Kid. Because of course Bow Kid isn't an alien from space.
Mm. We don't know where Bow Kid's from.
Well,
we don't know what Bow Kid is.
She has a family, I know that much, because there is a picture of them somewhere. Well, there you go.
Wait, hold on, I'm pretty sure there's an end moment here.
There is. Oh, our face rendered properly this time. It loaded.
Too bad I lost Bow Kid!
Yep, Bow Kid is dead.
This horrible scum of a planet is come back to normal. I may have made the universe itself worse.
I'm pretty sure...
Yeah.
No. We saw what she did, Liam! Oh, we can compete. Let's take it to luck. You mash up, I'll mash down. Shut your eyes. Now. All that changes if you say yes is you throw it down and it lands in front of Moustache Girl and she picks it up. I think.
We left a poor orphan to fend for herself in a planet which now all wants to kill her.
To be fair, she can just go fist to fist with... You saw what she was doing!
Well, before she got captured by us, remember?
Yeah!
Well, by the Mafia.
And she can teleport around now!
But now, no, she can't, because she hasn't got any of the time powers.
They never said that was connected to the timepieces. Also, it just looks like the texture hasn't loaded on the spaceship.
So she doesn't have enough?
No, I think... I remember what... Yeah.
Don't leave us.
Hey, kiddo! Let's make another contract.
Oh, don't you dare leave, lass!
DJ Cruz is trying to say something.
Watch our movie, darling.
Oh, yeah, okay, he's got some lines.
And
Also,
then-
they like how they had to use the generic mafia person because the actual mafia boss is just a jar.
Yeah, and also just wants to kill Hat Kid. Oh, I love how the face changed and didn't load. There you go.
So that's actually the ending now?
I believe
I don't know,
so.
the loading screen says otherwise. Or is
Probably
it literally
loading
having
the
to load
credits.
credits?
I just... the ending to the game is so funny to me.
There we go,
Okay.
credits. Okay.
Like,
We never had a side-scrolling level, so I find it kind of weird that they're going with this perspective for it.
yeah.
Would it
Also,
be-
this
would-
is not the layout of the ship.
Nice that they keep the costume though. So, what did you think of A Hat in Time then?
I really like A Hat in Time as a game. No. I was gonna say, can we like jump or something? I really like A Hat in Time. I think it's a really good game. This port is a bit rough around the edges, and the co-op is awful. But if you were to play it single player, I think it would still be enjoyable. And co-op has at least been entertaining, but not necessarily for the right reasons. I do think it is better to play it on PC with a controller, because it runs smoother. And
To me, that always feels like an antithesis though. Like you're playing on PC, but the way to make it good is to play it with something that doesn't actually come with a PC.
yeah. Well, technically, a monitor and a keyboard don't come with a PC.
Exactly.
But like, yeah, single player I think is definitely the best way to play it. Co-op was entertaining, but not necessarily for the right reasons. But they clearly didn't plan it around split screen co-op.
Wait, they didn't have split screen.
Sorry, single screen co-op. Screened co-op. Because PC, it runs off of the basis of having... hello, you didn't turn up for the finale. Everyone, like, runs on their own thing, so they can just go wherever they want. Which they clearly tried, like, kind of did, but you get teleported back randomly. But yeah, I do enjoy this game. I still think it's a good game, even if this port and the co-op was a bit rough. What are your thoughts?
I don't remember that thing.
That was in one of the areas. We jumped off of it to get a timepiece. It was just a bouncing platform, basically.
It was an entertaining playthrough,
Yes.
but what did you think I think of the game?
I don't think you enjoyed it.
No, not particularly.
Do you think you would have enjoyed it more playing it non-co-op, where you have control over the camera? Like, how did you feel playing the sections where I was dead?
Somewhat okay, but stuff like Nyaka's Metro, the boat, and Chapter 4's openness, and actually even the openness of a lot of the levels, honestly, the openness of it all, kind of, and even like the DLC sections as well, it doesn't seem like the sort of thing I'd enjoy. Like the things I'd maybe enjoy with like the train level.
Yeah, the more linear one.
The moment you actually get into a level with the Chapter 4 is pretty decent, but it's about of actually getting to the level. A lot of it's too hard to tell what you're supposed to do at a lot of points,
I guess
or where
that's
you're going to go.
Why they give you the main hat as a direction.
I never felt, even in the single player stuff, I never felt like the jump was as satisfying with the double jump. I always felt like the second jump was often messing up with me, as you noticed a few times.
That might be a poor issue, to be honest.
Everyone's a terrible person.
Yes.
That's the direction they went with, but it meant I barely liked anyone by the end of it.
But that's kind of what I like.
Like, at
They're
the end of the day,
traveling.
I liked Bo Kid purely because of what we made up, and Moustache Girl, and there's no other characters I really attached myself to. Like, I never... Like, and there's not... And despite... There were characters which were a bit interesting, but... For instance, like the conductor, I do think is probably one of the most interesting characters, but then I feel he gets overplayed. And like the Snatcher didn't quite grasp me, and then they definitely overplayed him, sort of thing. Like, there's not many characters, like even taking out the like or dislike, whether they're interesting. There wasn't many that interested me.
Yeah.
The Mafia boss was more interesting as a jar, but they didn't do much with him once he was a jar. Because if you don't like have a proper only like here or there dash of interaction. So in a world that's so character driven, not enjoying the characters of the world doesn't do much, because the characters are such a big part of it.
You see, to me, on the other hand, I really like the characters.
The worlds, because of the way the worlds are designed, I never connect. There's the worlds are designed. I've never really connected too much. Admittedly, again, going from a second camera, but even playing on my own, I never would have gotten that far in it because I would have disliked the open direction experience for the first world anyway.
Yeah.
And even the second world, like the DJ Grooves levels, were pretty open in terms of where you're going.
I guess the thing is,
you're in a trapped area, but
like,
to be fair, the inspirations for this game include Psychonauts, Banjo-Kazooie, and Super Mario Sunshine. I'm not a fan of anything I've seen from Psychonauts. I didn't enjoy Banjo-Kazooie, and Super Mario Sunshine had the rating of simply the better of the 3D Mario games out of a low bar, where I'm really not a fan of Mario 64 and not exactly big on Galaxy either.
Meanwhile,
my favourite 3D Mario game didn't happen until Super Mario 3D World, which just plays like a 2D linear Mario game, but 3D.
And Super Mario Sunshine is probably my favourite Mario game.
But Super Mario Sunshine was okay. It was maybe 5 to 6 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I'm like down at the bottom there. Look at sleeping
He's swept under a rug.
But yeah, I a part of me going in was thinking. Well, I was hoping I'd like the characters and world more, because like going in, I already knew in advance I wasn't going to be big on the gameplay.
Yeah.
But I also was hearing a lot of people say that this game plays and feels real smooth and such. But of course, I rarely got to experience that. And even when I did, everything feels too fast.
I never had that issue.
Like the camera, moving the camera left and right, even single player felt too fast. The dash, and a lot of the times the areas felt too small to properly, like the wall running thing. Often I was hitting the wrong sort of side of the wall because the areas are a lot of the areas, main parts were often when it got too cramped anyway, because of the DLC. It felt too cramped to properly wall run.
I do think
again, like the fourth world, aside from the annoyingness of the fact that they made this open, when you got to the level pieces, I felt it was the best world because the camera wasn't not bumping into anything. And so, in terms of the set pieces, it was the best of them.
See,
and and it was also the one where I liked, was more curious about the actual setting and such.
Yeah. Like, again, I know I'm comparing this a lot
also
to
like the
PC
individual
version.
time rifts, but that reminded me of what I consider the best part of Super Mario Sunshine, which was those individual platforming challenges.
I would have liked to have done more of them, but they're a pain to find.
Yeah. Which, again, adds into the what was I not a fan of, well, there we go, trying to find those time pieces was too annoying.
So, I know I keep comparing this to the PC version, but that's because I played it on the PC version. Yeah. I never had issues with the camera in PC. Like, both speed, then again, I didn't have speed issues.
Is there anything happens when we press A? Like, what happens?
I don't think there's anything, no.
I mean, the cat's still there. What is there, like, 2 files in this thing?
You can make more files.
Okay. And then... and you can, like, drop into... Oh no, that just explains what they are. Can't do anything with that latter one because... I mean, again, I do feel ultimately, in terms of improving the game, they should have saved co-op for a sequel.
Yeah, they should have focused on
and also the fact that Bo Kid has no character...
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Integration sort of thing. It feels like they should have just used the Timmy thing.
Yeah. But, PC, I didn't have any camera issues. It didn't even really bump into anything. And control was always fine. It didn't have things like the lag and stuff that the Switch version very clearly has. like Seal the Deal Arctic Cruise levels. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like they're terrible. Yakuza Metro, I like the idea of, especially the idea that you can get the things to make it linear by like pointing you in the right direction, because then it kind of feels like here's an open area, but you can make it linear almost. But I think I prefer the base game to the DLCs, ultimately. And I like the characters, which helps. I do think that they could have done more with some of the characters, like the Mafia boss and DJ Groovy. But I liked them. I like how the story builds up. I like the ending, because it's kind of like a slap in the face, which is satisfying to me. It's like a more satisfying twist of like, yeah, we know we're terrible people. We're okay with that. And I find it funny. And also, you know, they saved the day by mass suicide, which is just...
And bullying a little girl.
Such a ridiculous
Who
concept.
has no family.
Yeah.
And lost everyone.
She did have family, but they're dead.
Mafia probably killed them, yeah.
Yeah, they launched
She lives in a cave.
Yeah. But hey, the Mafia were, you know, like Amazon workers or something that left, so they've got a lot of pent-up anger, you know. Yeah, I really enjoyed the game. I would not play it. Not on, like, Switch. Like, yet again on PC, everyone's running it on their own PC, so, like, you don't have to worry about the camera constantly battling you, which was the issue. Like, it's very noticeable, but when I'm trying to move the camera, it's, like, constantly competing to, like, almost try and focus where we both are, when that's not what we need. And it was an absolute nightmare. But in single player and such, you don't get that problem. But yeah, I had time.
Hope you enjoyed this playthrough.
Yeah, hopefully more than Liam did. To be honest, you never seemed like
it was funny.
Get that angry at it. I think that did help that it was at least entertaining.
It was funny, but it wasn't it wasn't bad, but it wasn't...
To you, it's an average game.
It's an average, yeah.
But it was funny, so it made the experience good.
Yeah.
But whereas for me, it's a good game, but the experience started to struggle because I couldn't control that goddamn camera angle.
Despite what everyone has been saying to me, otherwise, let me just say this right now, Balan Wonderworld was better. You just have poor taste.
I would disagree, personally. But co-op, Balan Wonderworld...
I felt I was always in control with Balan Wonderworld.
Balan Wonderworld does the co-op better, which is surprising, given
your complaints about the tether mechanic,
magnetized together. Anyway, yeah, like, comment, subscribe for whatever we play next, I guess. And bye.
Cheerio!